Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pippins pregame show. I'm Chris Rosado Jr. Thank you so much for tuning in night after night right here on YouTube at Pippins Baseball, or if you're listening on Mixlr, welcome to you as well, and thanks for tuning in for every game of the season provided with the live audio-only coverage on Mixlr Audio and the home games as well, right here on YouTube at Pippins Baseball. Last night, the Pippins walked away with a tight 3-2 victory to open up the second half of their season against the Bellingham Bells. They take on the Bells again tonight. First pitch scheduled for 7:05 p.m. Last night, Noah Williamson hit his 6th home run of the season. He now leads the West Coast League in home runs with 6. And you add 2 during non-league play. He has 8 overall this season, just 2 shy of the Pippins franchise record for home runs in a season. Here at the ballpark, a little bit earlier today, it was picture day. Got an opportunity to see some of the guys hang around and get an opportunity to savor those memories, lock them into a camera screen. We know the guys are having fun this year, and just an opportunity to put those memories onto paper eventually that they can take home with them, and the fans can as well. Tonight, it's the Pippins and the Bells in Game 2 as the Pippins look for the series win. They also look for the season series win. They took 2 out of 3 in Bellingham earlier in June. When we come back, a recap of last night's game, the 3-2 victory for the Pippins, and then lineups and first pitch when we return to the Pippins pregame show.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pippins pregame show. I'm Chris Rosado Jr. Last night, the Pippins opened the series here in Yakima and the second half of their season with a 3-2 victory against the Bellingham Bells. Dylan Bishop got the start in Game 1 of the second half, just as he did back on opening night to open up the first half, and he did fine. 5 innings of work from him, just 1 run. That 1 run came in the first inning, the first 2 batters of the game. Daniel Jernan leads off with a double, and then Yugo Hamakawa singles him home to bring in the first run of the game for the Bells. The Pippins got 2 runs back in the bottom of the first inning, thanks in large part to 2 errors committed by the Bells defense. 2 runners on base, first and second with 2 outs. Willie Lajoie hits a ground ball to the third baseman, A.J. Davis. That one's muffed. Lajoie reaches and loads the bases with 2 outs. And then Mason Marenko hits a ground ball to the shortstop, Ty Saunders, who throws it away, allowing 2 runs to score, and the Pippins to take a 2-1 lead. Dylan Bishop stays out on the mound, pitches a great 5 innings, just the 1 run against him, strikes out 7, and at one point retires 12 straight batters before finally giving up a base hit in the top of the 5th. He's still the pitcher of record in the bottom of the 5th when Noah Williamson hits this bomb about 100 feet further than where I'm standing right now.
Here's the 2-1. And a big hit by Noah Williamson to left. Back to the wall is Malachi Knight, but it's all just for show. That ball was gone off the bat. Noah Williamson with a solo home run. To lead things off in the bottom of the 5th, and the Pippins lead 3-1.
Peyton Robertson comes on for the 6th and 7th innings for the Yakima Valley Pippins, and he gives up just 1 run in the 7th inning.
The 3-2 and a hard hit line drive by Malachi Knight. Back to the warning track as Alex Shanks leaps up and does not make the catch. It bounces off the wall. Noah Williamson to it. Around to score is Hinkleman, and into third is Malachi Knight with a triple.
So Williamson's bomb proves important as the Bells get that run back. Landon Shire comes in for his fourth six-out save opportunity in as many appearances with the Pippins, and he finishes the job. He loads the bases in the 8th inning before striking out his second and third batters of that inning. And then in the 9th, the two first hits that he's given up this season starts the top of the 9th inning, but he gets the next 3 batters, starting with this sacrifice bunt attempt.
And delivers. It's bunted into the air. To the line is Mason Marenko, makes the diving catch for the first out. Landon Shire with his head on a swivel heads over to third base to cover.
So Landon Shire locks down his 4th save of the season. He's in a tie for 2nd place in the West Coast League in saves with 4, despite just showing up with the team on July 1st. The Pippins walk away with a 3-2 victory. When we come back, lineups in first pitch on the Pippins pregame show.
Stay connected and let Perry Technical Institute provide you with essential skills to take your career to the next level. Perry Tech offers 14 specialized programs, from instrumentation and industrial automation to medical technologies, agricultural and diesel equipment technology, and professional truck driving. In as little as 5 weeks, you could be on your way to a new rewarding career. Call Perry Technical Institute today at 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
What has not traveling this last year really cost us? How about our peace of mind? It's time for a change of pace. Time to put aside the stress of the last year and get a new perspective with Fly YKM. Take back the time you lost and save time for what really matters. It's time for Fly YKM. Fly faster. Fly safer. Visit flyykm.com and connect to over 88 cities today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Yakima County Stadium. And what a way to start a diving catch made by Mason Marenko. Second pitch of the at-bat for Daniel Jernin to start things off here in game number 2. A sharply hit line drive. Mason Marenko lays out to his left to make the catch for out number 1. Marenko had a terrific play last night at third base, doubling up Malachi Knight after he tripled home the run to put the Bells within 1 run last night in the top of the 7th inning. Caught a sharp line drive and stepped on the third base bag to get Knight out. Starts off the start for Peyton Stumbo on a high note on the out. Ty Saunders hits second for the Bellingham Bells. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Peyton Stumbo on the mound for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Gets Saunders to tip one back into the glove of Blake Dickman for strike 1, and it's 1-1. This game obviously in progress as we get going here in Yakima. We'll try to get you through tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by the Yakima Herald-Republic. Here's the 1-1 from Stumbo, taken low and away for a ball. For the best sports coverage in the Yakima Valley, subscribe to the Yakima Herald-Republic, either in print or online. You can subscribe by calling 577-7755. The Yakima Herald-Republic, they tell your stories. Here's the 2-1 from Peyton Stumbo. That one misses off the plate, and it's 3-1 for Ty Saunders. Daniel Jernin, who led off the game for the Bells. He's playing center field tonight for the Bells. Ty Saunders hits second and plays shortstop tonight. Luis Aviles, the first baseman, hitting third. The 3-1 pitch fouled off, and the count is full for Saunders. Cole Hinkleman back at DH. He slides down. Actually, he's hitting cleanup as he was last night. Charlie Somm behind the plate for the Bells. He hits fifth. Bronson Rivera, the third baseman, will bat sixth. A.J. Davis hitting seventh. He will play second base tonight. Malachi Knight, the left fielder, he'll hit eighth. And Emilio Corona rounds out the bottom of the order for the second night in a row. He's playing right field. Swung on and missed by Ty Saunders. So a line out and a strikeout for Peyton Stumbo to start his outing. Two outs and nobody on for Luis Aviles, his first at-bat of the night. Peyton Stumbo with the start. Behind him defensively, Noah Williamson out in left field. Chase Graves in center. And Alex Fernandez getting the start out in right field. Mason Marenko, you already know, playing third base tonight. Chaz Myers with the start at shortstop. Spencer Marenko at second base. And Willie Lajoie plays first base tonight. Blake Dickman behind the plate. 4th start of the season for him behind the plate. 5th overall appearance. First pitch was a strike to Luis Aviles. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. This is now the 14th straight game that a Marenko brother gets the start at second base. No balls and 2 strikes. Stumbo out of the stretch. The pitch up high, and Aviles lays off. It's 1-2. Stumbo has a 1-0 record. He's made 4 appearances for the Pippins, just 1 start. 5.10 ERA over 12 1/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts for him and 3 walks. Here's the 1-2. That one at the knees, taken. Strike 3. A line out and 2 strikeouts. Starts the game for Peyton Stumbo in the top of the first. We're to the bottom of the first. No score. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Welcome back to Yakima County Stadium for the bottom of the first inning. First chance for the Pippins to get on the board after keeping the Bells off of it. 3 up, 3 down inning for Bellingham in the top of the first. For the Pippins, the batting order tonight, Chaz Myers will lead off. He's the shortstop. Mason Marenko, the third baseman, had the great play to start the game. He hits second. Blake Dickman catches tonight. He hits third. Noah Williamson, the cleanup hitter. Left fielder tonight. Willie Lajoie will bat fifth and play first base. Spencer Marenko hitting sixth. He plays second tonight. Chase Graves hitting out of the seventh spot. He's playing center field. Austin Plante back as the DH hitting eighth. And Alex Fernandez rounds out the bottom of the order for the Pippins. He's playing right field tonight. Myers takes the first pitch low and away for a ball. The 1-0 fouled off. Starting pitcher for the Bellingham Bells tonight, right-hander Eric Chavarria. 2-1 record for him, 6 appearances. His first 4 appearances were starts. First 3 starts were 6 innings, then had a 3-inning start and a couple of 1-inning relief appearances for the Bells. Misses low, and it's 2-1. 1.17 ERA for him. 23 innings pitched. He's walked just 2 over that period of time and has 20 strikeouts to his name. Here's the 2-1 to Myers. That one taken low, and it's 3-1. Chavarria, last 2 relief appearances, he's given up no runs over the last 5 innings. That's 3 relief appearances for him. And Myers takes a pitch off the outside edge, called ball 4. That didn't necessarily look too far outside, but the Pippins will definitely take it.
Batting second for the Pippins, the third baseman, number 24, Mason Marenko.
So Mason Marenko will bat second in this inning after the leadoff walk by Chaz Myers. 13th walk of the season for Myers. Here's the first pitch to Mason Marenko, fouled off. Chavarria, over his last 5 innings of pitching, has allowed just 6 hits and struck out 7 batters. Again, no runs for him in that time. So formidable opponent on the mound for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Here's Mason Marenko. They throw over to first. Myers back in on the slide. Marenko hitting 192 this summer. Has made his presence known in big situations. Fouls one off down the first base line, and it's 0-2. Also tends to play a little better. Him and Spencer both tend to play a little better when they both appear in the lineup, as they did last night. Here's the 0-2. That one misses on the inside, and it's 1-2. It's a big turn for Mason Marenko. The ball wasn't necessarily that close to him, but certainly helped him by the call. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. They go outside and again do not get that outside corner. Second pitch that looked like it might have caught the outside edge, but Jordan Smart, the home plate umpire tonight, not giving it to Chavarria. Here's the 2-2. Inside, it bounces off the glove of Charlie Somm, and on his way to second is Chaz Myers on the pass ball. Pitch just missed inside, and it's a full count for Mason Marenko. Three balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Chaz Myers on second base. Chavarria steps off and then steps back on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Mason Marenko. So 1 out, runner on second, and up will step Blake Dickman. We'll take you back to Monday night when the Pippins were visiting the Walla Walla Sweets. Top of the 8th inning, game tied at 3. Blake Dickman hits a 2-run shot to left field, a no-doubter off the bat. The only doubt was whether it would stay fair. Delayed call from the home plate umpire on that play, but he did end up waving the finger around, and Blake Dickman gave the Pippins a 5-3 lead. They ended up winning that game 6-3, clinching the first half title for the Yakima Valley Pippins in the North Division. First pitch taken on that outside edge, called a ball. If anything, Jordan Smart has been consistent in not giving them that pitch. The 1-0, that one catches the knees, and it's 1-1 for Dickman. Dickman hitting .298 on the season. 5 runs, 10 RBI for him. 3 doubles along with that home run. It was his first home run of the season that he hit. Misses on the inside, and it's 2-1. Was DHing a lot for the Pippins, with Michael Carpentier Jr. not having made a start behind the plate in over a week now. Him and Sam Olson, Dickman and Sam Olson have been sharing the duties. Chavarria had Chaz Myers leaning off the second base bag, but threw it to the wrong side of the bag and gave enough time for Myers to slide back in safely. Almost a pickoff for Chaz Myers. Chavarria picked up the leg, spun around to second, and Myers had taken a step towards third. But again, the throw off target. So here's the 2-1 to Dickman, a line drive to center. Daniel Jernin underneath it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Chaz Myers was a few steps off the bag. He'll head back to second base and stay there. And so here's Noah Williamson, playing left field tonight for the Pippins. Started in center field last night with Graves out of the lineup, but with Chase getting the start tonight, Noah slides over to left, leading the team and the league in runs, RBIs, triples, and home runs. Holds the top spot in the home run leaderboard all to himself at this point after the home run last night. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Chaz Myers leads off at second base, led off the inning with a walk, moved to second on a passed ball. Strikeout by Mason Marenko and the line out by Blake Dickman. So 2 outs in the inning. Noah Williamson with an 0-2 count after taking the second pitch for a called strike. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off by Noah Williamson. A long foul ball, line drive on the first base side. So the count remains 0-2. Williamson, who by the end of the summer will stand alone in at least the Pippins record books in a number of categories if he continues to hit as he has been. The 0-2 swung on and tipped, but caught by Charlie Somm. So the first runner aboard, 2 strikeouts and a line out, and Chavarria gets out of the first. We head to the second, no score from Yakima. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
Checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
Secure uncertainty.
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be on, Cloud!
Oh! Wait!
Built for action. Built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
Ooh. And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Wow!
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey! Don't forget about Grandma! Okay, family meeting.
Come on.
Welcome to the Ice Dome.
Welcome back for the top of the second inning. It's 4, 5, and 6 for the Bellingham Bells after Peyton Stumbo retired the first 3 Bells in order in the top of the first. 2 strikeouts for him in that inning. And the line out, the great play by Mason Marenko. Second great play on a sharp line drive at the hot corner in a row for him. Cole Hinkleman will lead off, left-handed hitter. DH tonight for the Bellingham Bells, as he was last night as well. Checks his swing on a pitch low and away, and Eric Swift down at first base says Hinkleman win around. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And a high hit fly ball to right. That will stay fair and has plenty of distance. Cole Hinkleman leads off the top of the second with a solo home run to give the Bells a 1-0 lead. Understandably, not a ton of excitement here at Yakima County Stadium over the home run for the opposition, Cole Hinkleman. That'll bring Charlie Somm to the plate, batting for the first time tonight. Stumbo has allowed now just 2 home runs this season. First one came in his first start back in Bend. Another fly ball to right. This one much less distance to it. Alex Fernandez gets underneath it and makes the catch in right center field for out number 1.
Batting sixth, third baseman number 4, Bronson Rivera.
Bronson Rivera, left-handed hitter, 2 for 12 in the early part of the season. Be a freshman at the University of Hawaii in the fall. The first pitch to Rivera swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. 0-1 taken for a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes for Rivera, the third baseman tonight for the Bellingham Bells. Did not play last night for Bellingham. Here's the 0-2, and the foul ball he was out in front of, got a piece of it and actually fouled it off of his ankle. So the count remains 0-2. Rivera, one of his 2 hits, a double on the season, swing and a miss, and that's the third strikeout of the night for Peyton Stumbo for the second out. In the top of the second. So here's A.J. Davis, who bats with 2 outs. First pitch up high, taken for a ball. Davis hitting .221 on the season. Got the start at third base last night. Had an error in that first inning that helped the Pippins score their 2 runs. Starts at second base tonight, fouled off, and it's 1-1 for Davis. Out of Lewis Clark State College. Stumbo comes set. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses up high, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, that one's up at the shoulders, and the count remains, or instead falls to 3-1. Peyton Stumbo, leadoff home run here in the top of the second inning to Cole Hinkleman, and a flyout and a strikeout. Hinkleman, the only batter not to be retired against Stumbo. Stumbo gets out of the way of this grounder up the middle. Over to it is Spencer Marenko, throws on the run, and didn't have enough time to retire A.J. Davis. The throw was on target at least. Bounced out in front of LaJoie. He had enough room to pick it. But Davis down the line quickly. That one at the ankle of Peyton Stumbo. Got his feet out of the way of it, which the Pippins like to see. They had 2 pitchers, and I believe Stumbo might have been one of them, get hit by comebackers in the series in Bend. First pitch to Malachi Knight, taken for a called ball. So Stumbo gets out of the way of the slow roller up the middle, and Spencer Marenko picks it up behind the second base bag. Didn't have enough time to get the throw over to first. The 1-0 misses low and away, and it's 2-0. Jordan Smart behind the plate tonight. Eric Swift out on the bases. Swapping from last night. Jordan Smart, who was the home plate umpire in the season opener for the Pippins on opening day, June 4th against Corvallis. Called strike to Malachi Knight, and it's 2-1. And the Pippins coaches and players, their assessment was that Smart was not calling the lower part of the strike zone. Hard to tell so far in the early part whether that's been the case, whether he is not giving the lower inch or 2 of the strike zone. But he has not liked the outside corner much. They miss low, and it's 3-1. That one didn't look especially low, so he could also be not giving as much of the lower part of the zone as certainly Eric Swift was at times last night. Here's the 3-1, a curveball up at the head of Malachi Knight. He ducks out of the way, so a base hit and a walk with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning after the leadoff home run by Cole Hinkleman.
Batting ninth, right fielder
Pippins will want to see Peyton Stumbo collect himself. They'd like to get a few more innings out of him. Stumbo had mostly been used as a reliever to this point in the season up until July 4th when he made his first start in Bend. They were hoping to get 3, maybe 4 innings out of him. They got 5 innings of 1-run ball. He actually went out for a 6th and managed to get 2 outs, but he walked the first 2 batters of that game. Line drive by Emilio Corona into left field, picked up at the wall by Noah Williamson. First run around to score. The relay goes to the plate. The throw is high. Dickman tries to get the tag down, but sliding in safely is Malachi Knight. So 2 more runs for the Bells here in the top of the second on the RBI base hit by Emilio Corona into left, and the Bells lead 3-0. So the bottom of the order produces after the cleanup hitter Cole Hinkleman gets his run to start this inning. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 reach. Base hit by A.J. Davis. Walk to Malachi Knight and the 2-run double by Emilio Corona. Flip the lineup card over. Here's Daniel Jernan for the second time today. He lined out to Mason Marenko the first time out. Takes the first pitch ball up around his eyes. Mentioned Stumbo's start back on July 4th. Got 2 outs in that inning, walked 2 batters, and then gave up a 3-run home run. Another hard-hit line drive to Mason Marenko. Reaches over, makes the catch. Doesn't have to get into the dirt this time to make the catch, but 2 lineouts to Mason Marenko for Daniel Jernan. This one ends the top of the second. The Bells get 3 runs on a home run and a 2-run double. We head to the bottom of the second. Pippins trailing 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Welcome back for the bottom of the second inning. Bellingham Bells just took a 3-0 lead in the top of the second, and here's Willie Lajoie to lead things off. In the bottom of the second, it's 5, 6, 7, Lajoie, Spencer Marenko, and Chase Graves to start things off here tonight. First pitch from Chavarria, taken at the knees for a called strike. Chavarria came into this game leading the West Coast League in ERA with a 1.17 ERA. Lower for the time being. Pippins certainly hope to raise it before this game ends. Fouls one off, Lajoie does, and it's 0-2. The 0-2, low and away, taken for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 from Chavarria. Another foul ball for Lajoie. Pops one up down the first base side out of play. Over past the right field picnic deck. Lajoie digs back in from the right side. Chavarria checking in with his defense on the right side of the infield. The 1-2 bounces outside, and it's 2-2. Chavarria, 2-2 misses almost the exact same spot, and the count is full for Willie Lajoie, who started off with an 0-2 count. The payoff pitch hit hard through the left side of the infield. It's a leadoff base hit for Willie Lajoie. Big one for Lajoie, both as far as this game goes and personally. Last week saw his 16-game hit streak and his 20-game on-base streak come to an end. Hit streak came to an end on July 1st. On-base streak came to an end on July 2nd. He has not had a hit since his streak came to an end on June 30th, or since his last 2 hits on June 30th against Port Angeles. Spencer Marenko takes a called strike. Has reached base in the game since then on errors or walks. The 0-1 to Spencer, taken on the inside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Lajoie last night, of course, reached on the error by the third baseman in the first inning. Ended up going 0 for 4 with that error. Here's the 0-2 to Spencer. Swung on and missed, and that's the first out of the bottom of the second. Takes 2 strikes and swings at the third on the outside half of the plate. And here's Chase Graves.
Center fielder, number 37, Chase Graves.
Chase's birthday tomorrow, July 11th. Turns 19 tomorrow. Certainly doesn't act as young as he is. If you interacted with him, you'd certainly guess he's a little bit older. Has a great personality on the team. One of the best personalities on the team. Able to interact with anyone. Here's the 0-1 taken on the inside half of the plate for a strike, and it's 0-2. Has taken a number of outfielders under his wing, helping them along to develop defensively. The 0-2 lined into the grandstands out of play, and the count remains 0-2. Special moment for Chase Graves, with his birthday being tomorrow. His dad was in town here in Yakima and actually threw out the first apple here at the ballpark. The 0-2 again, fouled back to the backstop. And it was a twofer. So Chase's dad was here and threw the first apple out to Chase, and at the same time, Chase's host dad, the patriarch of the household that Chase is staying in this summer, threw out another first apple that was caught by Chaz Myers. The 0-2 popped up right side, shallow right field, just onto the grass. A.J. Davis is near the line, and he makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring Austin Plante to the plate.
Batting eighth for the Pippins, the designated hitter, number 14, Austin Plante.
Plante, left-handed hitter, left-handed thrower for the Yakima Valley Pippins. He's 2 for 35 on the season. His last hit came back on June 22nd in Ridgefield. Had 1 hit in that game. Last time he was on base was June 26th. He's struggled a little bit recently. However, and if you ask him, he'll be the first to tell you, he has been initiating hard contact with baseballs. He's been barreling some baseballs up. Just happened to be hitting them right at fielders, either fly balls or ground balls. First 2 pitches taken for balls, and it's 2-0 to Austin Plante. And he knows that next hit is right around the corner for him. Swings and misses, and it's 2-1. And the Pippins coaches know it too. They'll be giving him plenty of playing time over the next few days, or over the next few weeks, as the Pippins prepare for the postseason. Already have punched their ticket by winning the first half of the North Division. So Plante, who will be given the opportunity to work through those struggles. Took ball 3. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. Inside, taken for a ball, and Austin Plante on with a walk in his first plate appearance. Inside corner. Looked close, but called a ball. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here's Alex Fernandez, bottom of the order, makes his first appearance at the plate tonight for the Pippins. Gets the start in right field. Had his first 2 RBI of the season in Walla Walla. Takes a pitch outside. In the series finale in Walla Walla, had his first 2 RBI. Score the first 2 runs of the game for the Pippins. The 1-0 taken up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes for Fernandez, who's hitting 4 for 23 since joining Yakima Valley. Pippins want to see him get on base by any means possible. Here's the 2-0. Fouled off just over the netting and into the grandstands. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Chavarria gave up a base hit to Willie Lajoie to start this inning. Struck out Spencer Marenko, got Chase Graves to fly out to shallow right field, and then Austin Plante walked. So 2 outs and 2 on for Alex Fernandez. The 2-1 taken on the outside corner for a strike. Som throws down to first, and back in standing is Plante. Lucky to make the catch was Luis Aviles, with the large body of Plante coming into the bag and not going down. That ball had gotten through. Lajoie onto third and possibly around to score, depending on how it rolled. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fernandez. The pitch high and outside, and the count is full for the right fielder. Will be a freshman at UCLA in the fall. Som issues some last-minute directions to his infielders. Here's the 3-2. Runners going. Taken at the knees for a called strike. And Alex Fernandez strikes out looking with 2 runners on to end the bottom of the second. We head to the third. Bells leading 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires. Proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Leading off the third inning for Bellingham, shortstop number 7, Ty Saunders.
Welcome back for the top of the third inning. 2, 3, and 4 to lead things off for Bellingham. Ty Saunders, Luis Aviles, and Cole Hinkleman will bat. Peyton Stumbo working out of the stretch. Ty Saunders squares around, brings the bat back, and the pitch misses just off the outside corner. 1-0. Saunders, who now has 39 strikeouts on the season, leads the team and the league. The next closest coming into the game in the league had 32 strikeouts. So a sizable lead in the strikeout category. However, he is also near the top of the league in walks as well. He has 15 of them to this point. Here's the 2-0 from Stumbo. They go up high on the breaking ball, and it stays up high, so it's 3-0. Saunders hitting 187 coming into today's game. Here's the 3-0 up high, and it's a 4-pitch walk issued by Peyton Stumbo. Second walk of the day.
First baseman number 8, Luis Aviles.
So here's Luis Aviles. He struck out looking to end the top of the first inning. Bats with Saunders on first base and no outs here in the top of the third. Bellingham with a 3-0 lead after a home run to start the top of the second. And 2 outs later, they've strung together a single walk and a 2-run double by Emilio Corona to take the lead. Bouncer third base side foul for Aviles. Aviles, who will be a redshirt senior at Tulane in the fall. 13 RBI on the season. A 4-way tie on the team in that category. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed by Aviles. So no balls and 2 strikes for the first baseman. Started at first base last night as well for the Bells. Three out of the top 4 hitters in the lineup for the Bellingham Bells. Same spot in the lineup and same position as well as last night. The 0-2 pitch misses low and away. It popped out of the glove of Blake Dickman, but not nearly far enough for Saunders to go anywhere. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dickman in 3 starts, 4 overall appearances behind the plate in West Coast League play for the Pippins. He has not had a passed ball to this point. 1 for 3 in throwing out would-be base stealers. Saunders has 6 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught twice. The 1-2 bouncer up the middle. Chaz Myers will step on the second base bag, throw it over himself in time, and Chaz Myers turns a double play up the middle to erase the leadoff walk. So here's Cole Hinkleman, who bats for the second time with nobody on base. Led off the top of the second with an 0-1 home run to right field. Takes the first pitch low and away for a called ball. Hit his home run 394 feet to right, 102 off the bat. A 1-0, that one looks like it just missed low inside. So 2 balls and no strikes for Hinkleman. Stumbo not necessarily pitching around Hinkleman here. Here's the 2-0. They go backdoor on the breaking ball. Looked like it came over, but not called for a strike. 3 balls and no strikes. Jordan Smart, the home plate umpire. Slightly smaller strike zone than some of the other officials here in the West Coast League, at least by appearances. So 3-0 to Hinkleman, the pitch. They go back inside, and it's in there for a strike, 3-1. You like to see that out of Peyton Stumbo, not giving up on the 3-0 count against Hinkleman. Comes back in, throws a strike, And we'll look to continue things on. Here's the 3-1. He misses off the plate, and it's a walk to Cole Hinkleman. Stumbo started the inning by walking Ty Saunders. Looked like somebody might have been getting warm down in the Pippins bullpen. Might already be warm. Or someone just getting some early work done here tonight. Pitch count will largely determine how far into this game Stumbo is able to go. The first pitch taken for a called strike by Charlie Somm. Somm flew out to right for the first out in the top of the second inning. Stumbo currently at 46 pitches to this point. About 50% balls and 50% strikes thrown. Ball taken low by Somm, and it's 1-1. Stumbo almost looks puzzled out on the mound, trying to navigate the strike zone here tonight. Has stepped off a couple of times and just doesn't look like he knows exactly how to attack batters. Called strike on the breaking ball, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Low and away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes for Charlie Somm. Runner on first is Cole Hinkleman. Hinkleman does have a stolen base so far this season. Hinkleman, 6'4", 213 down at first base. Large frame for him. Stumbo misses inside, and it's a full count for Charlie Somm. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch. Runner going. Outside corner and called a ball. So Charlie Somm walks. 3rd walk of the inning. 4th overall of the game for Stumbo. And that puts runners on first and second. Stumbo takes another long trip around the pitcher's mound. Sometimes with a strike zone like this, it just changes the approach when you can't hit the locations you'd like to. Bronson Rivera bats from the left side, runners on first and second and 2 outs. And a called strike near the top of the zone. And make no mistake about it, Jordan Smart has been consistent between both teams. Same strike zone for both pitchers, and both a smaller strike zone than you might anticipate. But Stumbo just has had some trouble tonight navigating it. They throw back, they fake the throw back to second. Chaz Myers crashed to the bag. Stumbo spun glove side, but no throw. So runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning as Peyton Stumbo tries to keep the Bells lead at 3-0. Looks back to second. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses outside, 1-1. Stumbo, a couple looks back to second. The pitch is low and inside in the dirt, but Dickman behind the plate keeps the glove on it. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike for Rivera. As Stumbo continues to labor through this 3rd inning. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Another bat let loose by the Bellingham Bells, this time by Bronson Rivera. And unlike Ezra Samperi, who let the bat go and ended up hitting the netting above the Pippins dugout last night, Samperi struck out on that swing. He was able to cower into his dugout. He got off the field of play as quickly as possible, ducking down and hiding his face, and Rivera has to step back out, finish out the at-bat with a 2-2 count. Put some more pine tar on the handle. Here comes the 2-2 from Stumbo. Fouled off back towards the backstop. Runners on first and second base. 2 outs after the double play turned earlier this inning. Here's the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. And Bronson Rivera goes down swinging. Peyton Stumbo looks to the skies. He's got plenty to be thankful for after not giving up any runs despite 3 walks in this inning. Helped out by the double play. Walks 2 more and strikes out Bronson Rivera. We head to the bottom of the third. Bell's leading 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuning into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires. Proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the bottom of the third inning. Eric Chavarria back out for a third inning of work. Through 2 innings, he has allowed 1 hit. It was Lajoie who led off the bottom of the second with a base hit. He's walked 2, which doubles his season total thus far. He had 2 coming into this game, but has struck out 4 as well. No runs against him. It's the top of the order, Chaz Myers, who leads things off here in the bottom of the third. He takes a first pitch called strike. Take you back to last night, bottom of the second inning. Chaz Myers hits one deep into the outfield for his 11th double of the season. Puts him in a 3-way tie with the other 2 players, both coming out of Ridgefield, Kobe Morales and Caden Connor, for the league lead in doubles. The Pippins record in a season is 15. Chaz Myers with 11 after last night. But if you look at that play, you notice that the hustle was a big part of the reason that he got back in there. Swings and misses at the 0-2 pitch, and Chaz Myers goes down swinging for out number 1 in the bottom of the third.
Third baseman number 24, Mason Marenko.
That'll bring Mason Marenko to the plate. 5th strikeout of the night for Eric Chavarria here in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out. And Mason with a softly hit ball up the middle. Ty Saunders to it, throws across the diamond, and Mason Marenko grounds out for a quick second out here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting for the Pippins, the catcher, number 12, Blake Dickman.
Blake Dickman gets his second chance, lined out to the center fielder Daniel Jernan in his first at-bat in the bottom of the first inning. Chavarria waits for him and gets into the windup as soon as Dickman is set in the box. First pitch called strike to Blake Dickman. Here's the 0-1. Dickman checks his swing. They'll ask Eric Swift, who says Dickman went around. Dickman goes back off the grass around home plate. Collect himself after the check swing. Swift 2 for 2. Saying that hitters went around with the bat. Probably right both times as well. Here's the 0-2. They go up high, and Blake Dickman swings, gets a piece of it, but back into the glove, and now has a conversation with Jordan Smart behind the plate. If I had to guess, it'd be about the first strike called on him around the knees, and looked like that pitch wasn't being given to Pippins pitchers or Chavarria earlier in the game, and now here in the bottom of the third doesn't help out Blake Dickman. He goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning for the Pippins. We head to the fourth. Bells leading 3-0. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Stay connected and let Perry Technical Institute provide you with essential skills to take your career to the next level. Perry Tech offers 14 specialized programs, from instrumentation and industrial automation to medical technologies, agricultural and diesel equipment technology, and professional truck driving. In as little as 5 weeks, you could be on your way to a new rewarding career. Call Perry Technical Institute today at 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
What has not traveling this last year really cost us? How about our peace of mind? It's time for a change of pace. Time to put aside the stress of the last year and get a new perspective with Fly YKM. Take back the time you lost and save time for what really matters. It's time for Fly YKM. Fly faster. Fly safer. Visit flyykm.com and connect to over 88 cities today.
Welcome back to Yakima County Stadium, top of the fourth inning. Pippins trailing 3-0 as Peyton Stumbo back out for a fourth inning of work. He has struggled over the last two, gave up a leadoff home run in the top of the second to Cole Hinkleman. Got the next 2 batters out, but then a single by A.J. Davis, a walk to Malachi Knight, and Emilio Corona with a 2-run double gave the Bells their 3-0 lead. Stumbo walked the first batter in the top of the third, Ty Saunders, but then got Luis Aviles to ground into a double play before walking the next 2 batters, Hinkleman and Charlie Somm, finally striking out Bronson Rivera for the second time tonight. This one ends the top of the third. Here in the fourth inning, it will be 7, 8, and 9. A.J. Davis, Malachi Knight, and Emilio Corona lead things off. They strung together those 3 hits to drive in 2 more runs for the Bells during that 3-run second. First pitch misses for a ball to A.J. Davis. Stumbo has had some close pitches called balls over the last couple of innings that have turned into walks or base hits for the Bells. Pitch on the inside corner called a strike, and it's 1-1. And the Pippins have also, coincidentally, over the last couple of innings, had a couple of close calls around the knees, which is, Stumbo hasn't been getting a lot of the bottom of the strike zone called, which is expected out of Jordan Smart. But the Pippins have taken some pitches down near the knees that have been called strikes, and Blake Dickman had some words for Jordan Smart after striking out swinging to end the bottom of the third, and Kyle Crustangel came down for a quick conversation as well. Here's the 2-1 to A.J. Davis, misses inside, and it's 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike for A.J. Davis to lead off the top of the fourth. Breaking ball misses low and away, and it's the 5th walk of the night issued by Peyton Stumbo. And so here's Malachi Knight, who walked in his first plate appearance back in the second. He takes a first pitch ball. The struggle for the Pippins is that Peyton Stumbo's problem is he's very good at locating pitches around the strike zone and hasn't been able to bring the pitches further into the strike zone to get around the squeeze by Jordan Smart. Misses again, and it's 2-0. So the struggle for the Pippins is they've got to find someone down in the bullpen who can not just throw strikes, because a lot of pitchers can throw strikes, but has to be able to locate his pitches well and purposefully miss further inside than they would otherwise to get those strikes called. The 2-0 pitch taken for a strike. Blake Dickman throws down to first, but A.J. Davis slides back in safely to first base. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike for Malachi Knight. Had a triple in last night's game. That brought home Cole Hinkleman after walking to lead off the top of the 7th. Gave the Bells their 2nd run. Runner takes off. High fly ball to center field. Chase Graves racing in and to his left and will make the catch for out number 1. A.J. Davis had stopped halfway between first and second. He heads back to first on the play.
Right fielder number 16, Emilio Corona.
Davis was running on the play. He's 5 for 6 in stolen base chances. Emilio Corona, who had the 2-run double, scored A.J. Davis from second and Malachi Knight from first on the ball into left field. The throw might have gotten on time to retire Malachi Knight, if not for the throw being high. Dickman had to leap to make the catch, brought the glove down, and was too high in the air to be able to tag Knight. First pitch taken for a strike by Corona, 0-1. Stumbo throws over to first, on target but not in time, and Davis back in safely. Davis out at first has been timing Stumbo's delivery over the last few pitches. Stumbo set for a while. Timeout called at the plate as Stumbo delivers a ball on the inside corner. Probably for the best because it looked good and might not have been called a strike by Jordan Smart. So no balls and 1 strike. Conor Wilson, the left-hander, getting warm for the Pippins down in the bullpen. And now comes the 0-1 pitch. Misses further inside. That one a ball to Corona. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 on here in the 4th. The pitch misses low and away. Stumbo behind 2-1 now. Corona taking his time outside of the batter's box, looking down the third base line for the sign coming in from Adam Giesland. Now digs in and ready to go. Stumbo set and delivers the 2-1, skied into center again. Chase Graves with the read. Thought it was going to be deeper, now racing in, makes the no, it bounces off the palm of his glove, but A.J. Davis turned away to go back to first, thinking that Chase Graves had made the catch. So Graves able to pick it up and get it into the infield. They step on the second base bag, and Corona is put out on the force out. Sorry, A.J. Davis put out on the force out on the play. Actually got relayed from Graves to Chaz Myers and then to Spencer Marenko. So it's an 8-6-4 put out as Corona reaches on the error by Chase Graves. So Corona on first base, and Daniel Jernin bats for the 3rd time tonight. He has 2 lineouts right at Mason Marenko, a diving play made in the 1st inning, and Marenko reached over to his right to make the catch to end the 2nd. 1-0 count for him after taking the first pitch for a ball. Corona takes off for second. Breaking ball inside, taken for a ball. Dickman down to second, puts it right where it needs to be. And Emilio Corona, who led the team with 9 stolen bases coming into this game, is thrown out, trying to steal his 10th. Blake Dickman gets Stumbo out of the 4th. Bells lead 3-0. We head into the bottom of the 4th. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
Checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
The cloud of uncertainty!
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be on, Cloud!
Oh! Wait!
Built for action, built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
Ooh. And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the ice dome.
New pitcher for Bellingham, Justin Tucker, will take over here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Interesting choice for Bellingham. Chavarria leaves with a 3-0 lead. Chavarria had a couple of 1-inning relief appearances in his last 2 outings, so maybe trying to get him back up to throwing longer into games. He leaves having allowed just 1 hit. He had 6 strikeouts over 3 innings. Did walk 2. No runs for the Pippins in those 3 innings. Justin Tucker takes over, a right-hander out of Pacific Lutheran University. Tucker with a 1-2 record, 6.45 ERA, bounces one in to start off the at-bat for Noah Williamson. Williamson came into this game with a .653 slugging percentage, leading the league in that category as well. Just to add it to the list for Noah. The 1-0 pitch, that one misses low and away, bounces right before the glove of Charlie Somm. Here's the 2-0. Misses on the inside corner. And it's 3 balls and no strikes for Noah Williamson. Struck out in his first at-bat in the 1st inning. To end that inning, here's the 3-0 from Justin Tucker. Taken around the knees, called a ball, and Noah Williamson walks on 4 pitches here to start off the bottom of the 4th. A rare walk for Noah Williamson, his 7th of the season. And the Pippins will look to build on that. Here's Willie Lajoie, who had his first hit in about a week and a half. Back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Can he rack up a second here in the 4th? Takes pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Tucker out of the stretch. Here's the 0-1. Popped up in the foul territory around the Bells dugout. Somm on the warning track and drops it. Bounced off of his glove. Could have been underneath it. He stopped moving for a few seconds. And then at the last second, slid into the warning track, and it popped out. It didn't go into his glove at all, just bounced off the edge of it. So no balls and 2 strikes for Lajoie. Second life for him here. The 0-2 taken up high. 1-2 count for the first baseman, Lajoie. Williamson on first, led off the inning with a walk. Williamson does have 3 stolen bases so far this year. Here's the 1-2, lined back up the middle, but over to make the catch is A.J. Davis, throws to first. And the first baseman, Luis Aviles, looked like he pulled his foot off early, but called out by Eric Swift, and Noah Williamson doubled off the first base bag. Lajoie made good contact on that ball, and A.J. Davis was just playing up the middle because of the double play depth. Made the jump throw over to first and put it on target. So 2 outs for the Pippins, and here's Spencer Marenko. Takes the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. Swings at one, and it's 1-1 for Spencer Marenko. A lot of interesting goings on here in this game. Plays showing up that you don't necessarily see every day. 1-1 misses low and away, and it's 2-1. Williamson thought that ball was going to be lined up the middle for a hit. Didn't get back to the bag in time. The 2-1 swung on. Looked like it was low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes for Spencer Marenko. Struck out on 3 pitches in the second inning. Bats for the second time here in the bottom of the 4th. First batter, Noah Williamson, reached on the walk, but the double play erased that. So 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the 2-2. And bounced behind him. Count remains even. Justin Tucker, his first inning of work. Through the windup, here's the 2-2 to Spencer Marenko. Checks his swing, taken low for a ball, and the count is full for the second baseman. Spencer had the start at second base last night. Here's the 3-2. Takes one down low, and he walks. So second walk of the inning issued by Justin Tucker. But just the 1 runner on here with 2 outs because of the double play. Here's Chase Graves. Spencer Marenko on first base. 4 stolen bases on the year so far. As Chase takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Spencer leads off at first. Here's the 0-1 to Chase Graves. Bouncer left side. Bronson Rivera over to it from third base. Bounces it over to first and just gets there in time despite getting slowed down by the grass. Chase Graves grounds out to end the bottom of the 4th. 2 walks for the Pippins. 1 runner left on base. We head to the 5th. Bells leading 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuning to Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires. Proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, So we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
So a new pitcher for the Bellingham Bells in the bottom of the 4th inning, and here in the top of the 5th, the Pippins turn to a reliever as well. Left-hander Conor Wilson will make a relief appearance for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Made his first appearance on June 27th in what ended up being a 16-inning game against the Walla Walla Sweets. He pitched the first 4 innings of that game on what was at the time just a spot start. He was brought in to pitch just for that night, as he had been spending the summer with the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team. But impressed enough with 4 innings, gave up 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, and a strikeout in that outing. He was asked to finish out the season with the Pippins staff. He's the only left-hander in the bullpen for the Yakima Valley Pippins. His only other appearance came on June 30th against Port Angeles when he threw 1 inning of relief. No runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout as he faced the minimum in that 1 inning. Has a 1.80 ERA in 2 games, 1 start, as I said. Not necessarily overpowering stuff, but throws from the left side, which can be important because the Pippins, as I said, only have the 1 left-hander. So he can be brought in for matchups if needed. But is brought in here to try to work a little bit smaller strike zone provided by Jordan Smart. He will face Daniel Jernin to start things off in the top of the 5th. Jernin was at the plate when Emilio Corona was thrown out trying to steal second base to end the top of the 4th. He takes a first pitch ball outside. Ty Saunders to follow with a Luis Aviles after him. A high hit fly ball to center field. Chase Graves will find it and make the catch for a quick out number 1 for Conor Wilson. Ty Saunders will bat for the 3rd time tonight. 1 strikeout, 1 walk for him in this game. As I said, came into this game leading the league in strikeouts, also near the top in walks, and has 1 of each so far in this game. First pitch misses down low, and it's 1-0. Pippins still on top of the North Division, 16-9 record after the win last night against Bellingham. Bellingham in second place at 12-16 as Saunders pops one up out of play on the first base side, 1-1 count. Walla Walla Sweets at 9-13. Both Bellingham and Walla Walla 5.5 games out of first place in the North. Wenatchee at 10-15 is 6 games out, and Port Angeles 7-14. They are 7 games behind. The 3rd pitch misses up high, and it's 2-1 to Ty Saunders. Over in the South, Corvallis with a similarly sized lead over the rest of the division, 5 games ahead of Portland, as Corvallis has a 21-7 record. The Pickles with a 13-9 record. The 2-1 misses up high, and it's 3-1. Ridgefield at 14-11. They're 5.5 games back. Bend 10-14, and Cowlitz 9-13 are both 9 games out in the South. A 5-pitch walk issued to Ty Saunders.
The first baseman, number 8, Luis Aviles.
Peyton Stumbo walked 5 batters over 4 innings of work. Just was not able to adjust to the strike zone provided to him here tonight. It's 5 walks, the most in a game for him so far this summer. First pitch to Luis Aviles, taken low for a ball. Ty Saunders on first base. Wilson delivers the 1-0, popped up high, but out of play on the first base side. That'll come down near the parking lot on the first base side. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Velez. Struck out looking to end the top of the first. Grounded into a double play for the first 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning before Stumbo walked another 2 batters and got a strikeout to get out of that inning. Here's the 1-1. Grounder to the left side. Chaz Myers will scoop it up over to second. The turn was too slow, so no double play for the Pippins. But they do get the lead out at second, 2 outs and a runner on first.
Designated hitter number 35, Cole Hinkleman.
Cole Hinkleman bats for the 3rd time tonight. Home run for him to start the top of the 2nd inning. 394 feet to right field, then walked in his 2nd plate appearance in the 3rd. Takes the first pitch low and away. 2 outs, 1 runner on first base here in the top of the 5th for Hinkleman. The Bells lead 3-0. All 3 runs came in that 2nd inning. Pippins have yet to get on the board thus far. Here's the 1-0. That one on the outside corner called a strike. A rare outside corner call here tonight. The 1-1, that misses high and inside, and it's 2-1. Conor Wilson comes set, looks over at first base, and now delivers the 2-1. Swung on and missed by Hinkleman. The count is now even. Wilson tries to get out of this inning without any damage. 1 walk issued. The fielder's choice put Aviles on first base as the Pippins unable to turn the double play. The 2-2 close on the outside corner, but called a ball, and the count is full. Blake Dickman with a big nod back to Conor Wilson in approval of the pitch location, but not called by Smart. The 3-2 runner going, popped up in the infield. Spencer Marenko on the dirt at second base, makes the catch, and that's out number 3. So the 1 walk puts a runner aboard. Aviles trades places with him on the fielder's choice, but the flyout ends it for the Bellingham Bells. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Bells lead 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuning to Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Stay connected and let Perry Technical Institute provide you with essential skills to take your career to the next level. Perry Tech offers 14 specialized programs, from instrumentation and industrial automation to medical technologies, agricultural and diesel equipment technology, and professional truck driving. In as little as 5 weeks, you could be on your way to a new rewarding career. Call Perry Technical Institute today at 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
What has not traveling this last year really cost us? How about our peace of mind? It's time for a change of pace. Time to put aside the stress of the last year and get a new perspective with Fly YKM. Take back the time you lost and save time for what really matters. It's time for Fly YKM. Fly faster. Fly safer. Visit flyykm.com and connect to over 88 cities today.
Austin Plante will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning as the Pippins look to get on the board for the first time tonight. They were held scoreless by Eric Chavaria for the first 3 innings. Justin Tucker took over in the 4th and issued 2 walks, but had a double play help him out of that inning without a run. Tucker back on the mound for a 2nd inning here in the 5th. First pitch swinging was Austin Plante. He misses, and it's 0-1. Plante walked in his first plate appearance back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's the 0-1. That one on the outside corner. And taken for a called strike, so it's 0-2. Tucker through the windup. The 0-2 bounces low. And it's 1-2. They were trying to go back to the outside corners location that Jordan Smart has not been giving most pitchers throughout the game. Called the second pitch of this at-bat a strike. Here's the 1-2. And Plante, a hard hit ball, just inches foul down the first base line. Another example of one that he hit well, put it away from fielders, but a little too far away in foul territory. Here's the 1-2 again. Swung on and missed, and Austin Plante strikes out to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for the Pippins, the right fielder, number 1, Alex Fernandez.
Alex Fernandez bats for the second time tonight. He struck out looking with 2 runners on to end the bottom of the 2nd. Squares around trying to lay down a bunt to get on here early in the inning and fouls it off, so it's 0-1. Fernandez has tried that every once in a while. Will try to surprise the defense with a bunt. Hasn't been able to lay one down thus far, but his speed would certainly help him reach. Here's the 0-1. Misses low and away, and it's 1-1. Wouldn't be surprised if Fernandez tries to lay one down to get on base once a game when he starts. Chases one up high, and it's 1-2. Just trying to get on base, as I said, back in his first plate appearance in the 2nd inning, any way he can. We'll have to take the walks, the hit by pitches, lay down a bunt every once in a while, the bloop singles, and the bouncers that bounce a few too many times with his speed down the line. Takes one low and inside, and it's 2-2. Because he will be a great tool for the Pippins as long as he's on base. The 2-2 taken low, and the count is full. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bell's leading 3-0. Nobody on as the first batter, Austin Plante, struck out in this inning. Chaz Myers, the top of the order, on deck. Here's the payoff pitch to Fernandez. Taken low, and he walks. And the Pippins will definitely take that result. Unable to lay down the bunt, but does work a full count walk. So here's Chaz Myers for the 3rd time tonight. Walk in his first at-bat, moved over to second on a pass ball, but was stranded there by 2 strikeouts and a line out by the Pippins. And his second at-bat led off the bottom of the 3rd with a strikeout. Here's the first pitch. Inside, pulled down the 3rd base line, but Bronson Rivera gloves it, bounces it over to second. It's away from the second baseman, Davis. Fernandez easily chugs into 3rd base, and Chaz Myers reaches on the error. That puts Fernandez on 3rd. That's exactly the point. With the speed of Alex Fernandez, he gets on with the walk, forces the tough play. Bronson Rivera has not shown a very strong arm at 3rd base. Tried to go the short way to second, but was in a hurry. Bounced it from the 3rd base bag to the 2nd base bag, and A.J. Davis unable to keep his glove around it. It only bounced a few feet onto the grass in center field, but that was plenty far enough for Alex Fernandez to be able to get to 3rd, and the Pippins now have runners on the corners. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, here's Mason Marenko. First pitch to Tucker, or from Tucker, taken for a ball low. So Alex Fernandez on third base, Chaz Myers on first, one out here in the bottom of the fifth. Mason Marenko waves at one, and it's 1-1. Pippins with perhaps their best opportunity so far in this game to get on the board. Down by 3 here in the bottom of the fifth. Justin Tucker on the mound for his second inning of work. He walked 2 in his first inning, but got out of that inning without a run. Here's the 1-1. Up high, and Mason swings at it, so he's behind 1-2. Tucker set. Here's the 1-2. Chaz Myers takes off, and it's fouled off the shoulder of Charlie Somm by Mason Marenko. Myers had a great read on that one. Looked like it was probably a hit-and-run play, but was a strike, or was going to be a strike, so Marenko got a piece of it to stay alive. Myers with 2 stolen bases so far this year. 1 ball and 2 strikes again. Tucker out of the stretch, up high and misses, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Myers stays put at first base. Middle infielders playing up the middle. Third baseman Bronson Rivera even with the third base bag. And Luis Aviles holding on Chaz Myers at first. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and popped up out of play first base side. And the count remains 2-2. Alex Fernandez on third. Chaz Myers on first. 2-2 count and 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Bells lead 3-0. Myers takes off, misses up high. He will slide into second without a throw from Somm. Tough to tell whether he was planning on not throwing anyways or just decided late not to. Came out of the crouch very close to Mason Marenko in the right-handed batter's box. So Marenko takes the ball. And runners on second and third with 1 out after the stolen base by Myers. Full count, the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Mason Marenko strikes out for the second out of this inning. Both outs via the strikeout by Justin Tucker. And here's Blake Dickman. Blake, who was the hero Monday night, helped the Pippins clinch the first half title in the North Division over the Walla Walla Sweets. Has put together an impressive last week and a half for the Yakima Valley Pippins. And bats with 2 runners in scoring position, down by 3 in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch from Justin Tucker. Big swing from Dickman on the off-speed pitch down low. He misses, and it's 0-1. Dickman over the last week, 5 for 18 with a home run, a run, 5 RBI, and a walk for him. Does have 7 strikeouts over that time. The 0-1 swings and misses at that off speed, and it's 0-2. Tucker sees that Blake, a little bit eager out there, wants to hit the long ball, wants to help his team out, has thrown 2 straight off-speed pitches, and Blake way out in front of him. Blake 0 for 2 tonight with a line out and a strikeout. Infield playing back against Dickman. Here's the 0-2 from Justin Tucker. Swung on and missed, and Blake Dickman swings and misses at 3 straight pitches. 3 strikeouts for Justin Tucker. A walk and a fielder's choice put 2 runners on in the inning, and the Pippins cannot buy a run so far through 5 innings. They trail 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
And checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
The cloud of uncertainty!
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be gone, Cloud!
Oh! Wait!
Built for action. Built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the ice dome.
Welcome back for the top of the 6th inning. Conor Wilson will head back out for a second inning of work. In his first inning, he walked one. A couple of flyouts and a fielder's choice got him out of that inning. Stranded one runner for the Bells. Neither team has recorded a hit in this game since back in the second inning. The Bells scored their only 3 runs of the game in the second. Pippins have not scored so far today. Pippins have never won a game in which they were losing by more than 2 runs at any one time. They've been trailing 3-0 since the top of the second. Leading off the top of the 6th is Charlie Somm, who fouls one off. 6th inning of tonight's game is brought to you by Yakima Pediatric Dentistry, located at 3909 Creekside Loop in Yakima. Yakima Pediatric Dentistry offers specialized care for infants, kids, and teens in a safe, fun environment for children as they begin their lifetime journey to maintaining a healthy smile. Charlie Somm waves at one up high, and he's behind 0-2 to start the top of the 6th. The pitch flied into right field. Alex Fernandez reads it off the bat over to his left and makes the catch for out number 1 to start the top of the 6th. That will bring Bronson Rivera to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. 6 of them so far in 14 at-bats for him with the Bells. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Another wave at the 0-1 pitch. And the off-speed pitches from Conor Wilson. Rivera out in front, similar to what we just saw with Blake Dickman waving at some off-speed pitches. They go low and away this time, and Rivera lays off. It's 1-2. Rivera with the start at third base tonight for the Bells. Here's the 1-2. And they go low and away. This time he offers at it and cannot get the bat near it. So he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Second baseman number 9, A.J. Davis.
And A.J. Davis will step to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. He takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike. Davis with a base hit in the second. He walked to start the top of the 4th and was put out at second when that'll have to pause for a line drive into left field by A.J. Davis. He's on with a base hit with 2 outs. No, Williamson didn't pick it up the first time, reaches for it the second time, and Davis stays at first. So here's Malachi Knight. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He also walked in the second inning. Both him and Davis scored on a 2-run double by Emilio Corona to add the final 2 runs the Bells have scored in this game, final 2 runs of the game period. To this point, a deep fly ball to center. Chase Graves playing it well and makes the catch for out number 3. So 4 up, 3 down for the Bells here in the top of the 6th. Base hit for A.J. Davis with 2 outs, but Conor Wilson is through 2 innings of work without a run issued. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th as the Bells lead 3-0. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
The an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 6th inning. In case you happened to miss it during the pregame show, we'll take you back to last night as Noah Williamson, in the bottom of the 5th inning, led off that inning with a 429-foot and 1-inch home run to left field, 109 miles per hour off the bat. Not his hardest hit ball, but one of the more for sure home runs he has hit. That ball reached 118-foot maximum height as it left the yard. He's now the league leader with 6 home runs on the year in West Coast League play. And man, you just never get tired of watching him hit home runs. He finds an interesting way to do it every time. This time, starts off the bottom of the 6th by getting hit on the elbow guard that protects him. Reaches for the second time tonight, walked back to lead off the bottom of the 4th and hit here to lead off the bottom of the 6th. That brings up Willie Lajoie. Lajoie 1 for 2, had a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 2nd, but then lined into a double play in the 4th. Hits a fly ball into center. Daniel Jernin calls for it and will creep forward as he makes the catch for out number 1. Noah Williamson jogs back to the first base bag. And here's Spencer Marenko, 1 strikeout, 1 walk for him here tonight. He will look to move Williamson over as the Pippins look to get on the board for the first time tonight. They had their best opportunity of the game with 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th. And 1 out, but Mason Marenko and Blake Dickman both struck out to end that inning without a run coming across. First pitch taken for a ball by Spencer Marenko. Justin Tucker working on his 3rd inning here for the Bellingham Bells. Hard hit line drive to the left side. Ty Saunders to second. The turn not made by A.J. Davis. Tied up with Noah Williamson, who slid head first into the bag and was a legal slide. Came in with his head up high as his hands hit the bag, and A.J. Davis just wasn't able to get the legs out of the way to throw over to first. So it's a fielder's choice that lets Spencer Marenko reach, but 2 outs in the inning after Williamson put out at second. And here's Chase Graves looking for his first hit of the night before his birthday. Takes a pitch up high. Chase, before today's game, showed me a collection he's starting, he told me. Looking to get into collecting Pez dispensers after he found a cool-looking LeBron James one during the team's latest road trip in Bend, Oregon over the 4th of July weekend. Second pitch misses for a ball to Chase Graves, and out is the Bellingham coach, Jim Clem, for a quick chat with Justin Tucker. In 2 2/3 innings so far, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter for Justin Tucker. That was Noah Williamson to lead things off here in this inning. Williamson then put out at second on the force out when Spencer Marenko hit the ground ball to the shortstop, Ty Saunders. Lajoie flew out to center in between those 2 at-bats. So Chase Graves here with a 2-0 count, and Spencer Marenko on first base looks to keep the inning going. Austin Plante on deck. Here's the 2-0. That misses high. Graves out in front, 3-0. One of the things that stands out for Chase Graves at his approach at the plate, he can read pitchers pretty well, get an idea of what they're going to throw in certain counts, and gets himself into deeper counts where he can anticipate the pitch that will be thrown. He takes the 3-0 for a called strike, and it's 3-1. Taking all the way on the 3-0 pitch. Now we'll look for something to hit from Justin Tucker. Runner on first and 2 outs, the 3-1. Takes that one down low, and Chase Graves walks. So runners on first and second for Austin Plante, but we will have to wait for it as the Bellingham Bells will look to make a change. Adam Gieslin looks like he will head out to take the baseball from Justin Tucker with the left-hander Austin Plante coming up next. We'll be back with that pitching change in just a moment as we continue the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs and 2 on for the Pippins, who trail by 3. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Welcome back as we continue things here in the bottom of the 6th. Right-hander James Spickelmeyer will take over for the Bellingham Bells. Justin Tucker leaves after 2 2/3 innings pitched. No hits allowed by him, but 4 walks. He hit a batter to start this inning, and 3 strikeouts for him. He leaves with runners on first and second base. Spencer Marenko, who reached on a fielder's choice that put out Noah Williamson at second for the second out of this inning, and then Chase Graves, who just walked to end the day for Justin Tucker. Austin Plante will bat when Spickelmeyer finishes his warm-up pitches. Plante 0 for 1 tonight. Did reach on a walk, the first time he's reached base since June 26th. Against Walla Walla when he walked in that game, and struck out here in the 5th. Bats in the bottom of the 6th with 2 runners on, an opportunity to help the Pippins out. He represents the tying run in this game, but the Pippins would settle for a walk or a base hit even if no runs come across, just to keep the inning going for Yakima Valley. The Bells scored 3 runs in the top of the 2nd on 3 hits. A solo home run by Cole Hinkleman, base hit by A.J. Davis. Malachi Knight walked, and then Emilio Corona with a double brought in 2 more runs to give the Bells a 3-0 lead. Neither team had a hit until the top of the 6th inning when the Bells singled with 2 outs against Conor Wilson. Pippins have not had a hit since the 2nd inning when Willie Lajoie led off the bottom of the 2nd with a base hit. Only hit of the night for the Pippins thus far. Everything else has been fielders' choices for them. Infield shaded to the right against Plante, who fouls one off over the Pippins dugout for strike 1. Alex Fernandez, the left-handed hitter, on deck as well. Look back to second for Spickelmeyer. The 0-1 flown to left and just slices foul into lefties. That's strike two. Plante, who feels like he's very close to breaking out, has had a number of hard-hit baseballs. And I would agree, from watching him over the last week and a half, he is close. And this would be a great time for him to break out. Here's the 0-2. Fouls went off again on the third base side. And it's 0-2. He will look to continue battling against James Spickelmeyer. Pippins conclude this series with the Bells tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. Monday is an off day before they welcome the Highline Bears in for non-league series Tuesday through Thursday. The 0-2 misses off the inside edge, and it's 1-2 for Plante. Saw him behind the plate, thought that should have been called, but it was not. So 1 ball and 2 strikes for Plante. Here's the pitch from Spickelmeyer. Fouled off just to stay alive by Plante, and the count remains 1-2. Runners on first and second. Spencer Marenko on second. Chase Graves on first. 2 outs, 1-2 count, and Spickelmeyer steps off. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Pippins have not scored in this game. They've trailed by 3 since the second. The 1-2 up high, and Plante gets a piece of it. Fouled off the glove of Somm, and the count remains 1-2. 3 foul balls for Plante as he likes to keep himself alive. Swinging at some pitches that aren't necessarily in the zone, but high-pressure situation. Here's the 1-2 again. Off speed, and they get him swinging. Austin Plante strikes out with 2 on to end the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. Bells leading 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires. Proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for Bellingham, the right fielder, number 16, Emilio Corona.
Welcome back for the top of the 7th inning as the Bellingham Bells lead 3-0 here in Yakima. Emilio Corona leads things off, lays down a bunt down the third base line that will roll foul, and Mason Marenko will pick it up in foul territory for the first strike. Pippins have 1 hit in this game. It was Willie Lajoie who led off the bottom of the 2nd with that hit. No runs for them. However, they have walked 6 times, and 1 batter was hit by a pitch. But so far, 10 strikeouts on the night for the Pippins, who have struggled. The 0-1 pitch misses outside, and it's 1-1. They've also left 8 runners on base through 6 innings. They've left a runner on in each inning except the bottom of the 3rd, in which nobody was able to reach for the Pippins. A 1-1 pitch misses up high, and it's 2-1. Conor Wilson out for a 3rd inning of work. Peyton Stumbo started the game with 4 innings for the Pippins, gave up those 3 runs in the top of the 2nd against the Bells, and pulled after 4, having allowed 3 hits, walking 5 and struck out 4. Just was not agreeing with the strike zone from Jordan Smart and wasn't able to adapt to it. 2-1 pitch in there for a strike, and it's a 2-2 count for Corona. Bottom of the order is Corona, so top of the order on deck. They go up high, and Corona swings and misses. He's out number 1.
Center fielder number 19, Daniel Jernan.
So Daniel Jernan, who's 0 for 3 tonight, a couple of lineouts and a flyout, bats for the 4th time against Conor Wilson. The first pitch in there above the knees for a called strike. Wilson threw the windup. The 0-1 fouled off, and he's ahead of Jernan 0-2. Jernan, who came into this game leading the Bells in runs with 24 and 2nd in the league in runs with 24. Of course, first place is Noah Williamson, who came into the game with 26 runs scored. Here's the 0-2. Jernan checks his swing and fouls it a far way down the first base side, but out of play. You can just imagine how far that ball might have traveled if Jernan had actually been swinging. Here's the 0-2. And Jernan lines that one at Chaz Myers, tried to catch it on the fly. It bounced right out in front, got away from the glove, but he barehands it and throws it across to LeJoie just in time for the 2nd out. Great second effort for Chaz Myers at second base. Showed no panic, or at shortstop rather. He showed no panic during that play. Tried to play it clean, and when it got away from him, picked it up. Didn't rush himself, had his feet set, and threw over to first to retire Daniel Jernan speeding down the line. Here's Ty Saunders. Strikeout and 2 walks for him in today's game. Takes the first pitch for a ball. First 2 batters retired in this 7th inning. Here's the 1-0. Saunders takes that one up high, and it's 2-0. Wilson threw the windup. The 2-0 pitch popped up, foul and out of play on the first base side by Ty Saunders. It's 2-1. Saunders bats from the right side, will be a sophomore at the University of Portland in the fall. Here's the 2-1. Popped up, this one behind the plate and out of play. It'll travel over the press box. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Saunders, who went 1 for 4 last night, he had 2 strikeouts in last night's game, lined into a double play, and did reach on 1 base hit to start the top of the 9th against Landon Shire. Hit 6 last night, moves up to the 2nd spot. The 2-2 popped up another foul ball out of play by Saunders. Tonight, a little bit better results for Saunders, who struck out in his first at-bat. Walked in his next 2 in the 3rd and 5th innings. Here's the 2-2 pitch, taken just low, called a ball, and the count is full. The payoff pitch from Conor Wilson. Swung on and lined into left. That will stay fair down the line. To it is Noah Williamson on the warning track. Throws down to second. The throw, 1 hop second baseman Spencer Marenko, who can't keep the ball in his glove as it short hopped him. And it's a double for Ty Saunders, his 6th of the season with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
First baseman number 8, Luis Avila.
Peyton Stumbo retired the first 3 batters in order in the top of the first inning, and the Bells have not gone down 1-2-3 since that point. Blake Dickman behind the plate looks like he's readjusting a strap, perhaps tying his cleats. Now ready to go. Ty Saunders on second base. Luis Aviles bats with 2 outs. The pitch from Conor Wilson, grounded down the third base line. Mason Marenko picks it up, throws across the diamond for the 3rd out, despite Ty Saunders running right at him. Mason, all he had to do was really turn around and make the tag, but Aviles grounds out. Time to stretch here in Yakima. The Bells lead 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Stay connected and let Perry.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
And checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
The cloud of uncertainty.
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be gone, Cloud!
Oh! Wait!
Built for action, built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
Ooh. And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Wow!
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the Ice Dome.
Sitting off the bottom of the 7th for the Pippins, the right fielder, number 1.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 7th inning as Alex Fernandez will lead things off for the Yakima Valley Pippins, who trail 3-0. It will be 9-1-2 for the Pippins here in the 7th. Tonight's 7th inning is brought to you by the Yakima Herald Republic. For all game reports and news about the Pippins, read the Yakima Herald Republic either in print or online. The Yakima Herald Republic, they tell the Pippins stories. So far, the story has been the Bells pitching. 1 hit for the Pippins in this game. Came back in the 2nd inning. It was Willie Lajoie. Outside of that, a number of runners on via the walk, hit by pitch, or perhaps a fielder's choice, but nobody able to come across for a run, and the Pippins trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 count for Fernandez after he took the first 2 pitches of the at-bat. James Spickelmeyer out for his first inning of work, came on for the final out in the bottom of the 6th after 2 batters were aboard with 2 outs in that inning. Spickelmeyer able to get Austin Plante swinging to escape the jam without the run. Here's the 1-2 to Fernandez. Inside, taken for a ball, and the count is even, 2-2. Flyover here at Yakima County Stadium. Rare one. Haven't had a plane over the stadium so far this season. The 2-2 misses up high. And it's a full count for Alex Fernandez to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the payoff pitch from Spickelmeyer to start things off up high, and Alex Fernandez walks for the 2nd time tonight. He had walked just once in the season so far and already has tripled that with 2 walks, 1 in the 5th inning and 1 here in the 7th. That brings the top of the order Chaz Myers to the plate. Last time Fernandez walked, Chaz Myers hit a ground ball to the 3rd baseman Bronson Rivera, who went to 2nd to get Fernandez but was unable to. It got away from the 2nd baseman, and Fernandez went to 3rd That was with 1 out in the inning, but 2 strikeouts later, and the Pippins were still without a run after 5 complete innings. Chaz Myers takes the first pitch up high for a ball, 1-0 count for him. 0 for 2, walked in his first plate appearance, struck out, and then the fielder's choice. The 1-0, he skies this one to center. Daniel Jernin into right center field, but the catch is made by Emilio Corona, who calls him off for out number 1. Alex Fernandez stays at first on the play. So here's Mason Marenko, 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of strikeouts and a ground out for him.
Third baseman, number 24, Mason Marenko.
James Spickelmeyer working out of the stretch. Here's the first pitch, taken just above the letters for a ball. Pippins opened the series with a win last night, 3-2. Expected the games between these two teams to be relatively low scoring. Marenko lines this one right up the middle over the head of the infielders, and he's on with a base hit. The first hit for the Pippins since back in the 2nd inning, and just the 2nd hit of the night for Yakima Valley. And that puts runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's Blake Dickman. Blake Dickman struck out with Fernandez on third base and Chaz Myers on second. To end the bottom of the 5th inning without a run for the Pippins. Gets another opportunity here with both of them on. This time on first and second. The first pitch. Takes the off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Spickelmeyer looks back at second. Here's the 0-1. Dickman with a soft swing, tried to pull it back, but was already well into it, so he's behind 0-2 on the curveball down low. A little less eager on the first pitch, but still looking for a pitch he can go after, and was unable to lay off the breaking ball down low. Here's the 0-2 pitch from James Spickelmeyer inside, and got him on the knob of the bat. So it's a foul ball, and the count remains 0-2. Pippins just recorded their 2nd hit of the game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 0-2 up high. Blake Dickman takes a ball. First ball he has taken since his first plate appearance back in the 1st inning. Stands back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Spickelmeyer. Couple looks back to second. Now the pitch inside, and he hits Blake Dickman. Got hit on the shoulder and kind of regretted it as soon as it hit him. That one probably caught some bone up there, but that loads the bases. So Dickman hands the baton to Noah Williamson. The only Pippin with a grand slam this season, did it in non-league play. Williamson, who went deep last night, his 6th home run of the year, to stand alone at the top of the leaderboard in the West Coast League in that category, with 6 coming into tonight. So far, a strikeout, walk, and a hit by pitch for him. Bats with the bases loaded and 1 out. The first pitch down and away. Psalm has to hop out to block it and keep it in the dirt. Williamson, who hit that home run last night with an X-Bat. He had hit all of his home runs except for, I believe, one of them with an X-Bat, but then it broke. The 1-0 fouled off back to the netting, and it's 1-1. Broke about a week and a half ago, and he tried to get another one as soon as possible. But turnaround times for the colors that he wanted, getting it customized for him, was going to take a few weeks. So he put in the order for that one and then said, how can I get one even sooner? And they worked with him. They said, if we give you a fully stock X-Bat, you can't choose the colors or anything else, we can get that to you in a few days. And he said, deal, send it out. So not the color bat that he's been using in the past, but an X-Bat. Put some neon green Pippins grip tape on it, and it worked out for him last night as he launched one 429 feet to left field to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. See if that X-Bat has another one in it here tonight. The Pippins trail by 3 with the bases loaded and 1 out. This is now their best opportunity to tie or perhaps take the lead in this game. 1-1 count as Spickelmeyer set the pitch. Breaking ball up high, taken for a ball. Som went out for a quick chat after the 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike for Noah Williamson. The pitch. Big swing from Noah Williamson, but just underneath the bat. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Williamson, who leads his team and the league in a number of offensive categories, including RBI, looks to add to that number with 1 swing of the bat here in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2. Tipped back into the glove of Charlie Som, and Noah Williamson strikes out swinging for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 7th. Nods his head to Willie Lajoie. Says, hey, Spickelmeyer's got good stuff. It's your turn. Before Lajoie gets a chance, Jim Clem out for a talk on the mound. Second mound visit in a few pitches for Spickelmeyer. Lajoie, one of the 2 batters that has a hit in this game for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Mason Marenko, the other one. Clem with plenty of instructions for Spickelmeyer. Taps him on the chest, and they are ready to go. Lajoie 1 for 3 tonight with that base hit in the bottom of the 2nd inning that led off the inning. He ended up getting stranded on second base. Lined into a double play in the 4th and flew out in the 6th. Bats with the bases loaded. Lajoie, who has struggled since both of his hit and on-base streaks came to an end, has started putting some hits together. Got one today. Looks for another. Lines one back to the backstop. And it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. James Spickelmeyer comes set and delivers. Taken right over the heart of the plate for the 2nd strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Lajoie falls behind with 2 outs. And the base is loaded. Pippins trying to push across their first run of the game. Here's the 0-2. That one misses low and away. Lajoie lays off. It's 1-2. Alex Fernandez, with as much speed as he has, is attentive on the third base bag for any ball that can skip away from Charlie Som. Pippins will take that run, the first run of the game, any way they can get it. Fernandez led off the inning with a walk, fly out by Chaz Myers, but then Mason Marenko with a base hit, and Blake Dickman hit by the pitch, loaded the bases with 1 out before Noah Williamson struck out. Lajoie bats with a 2-2 count after taking an off-speed pitch up high. Bells lead 3-0. They scored all 3 runs back in the top of the 2nd. Neither team has scored since then. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a foul tip by Willie Lajoie. James Spickelmeyer loads the bases with 1 out, but gets out of it with a strikeout. The Pippins still scoreless through 7 complete. We head into the 8th. Bells leading 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuning to Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Welcome back for the top of the 8th inning. New pitcher for the Yakima Valley Pippins. And I did not catch the number as he came onto the mound, so I'll try to grab it now. I believe it's Ethan Krupp-Pruitt who takes over on the mound for the Pippins. I'm going to change my guess to Payson Sweeney. Didn't quite look like Krupp-Pruitt on the mound. And I think it's a 16 instead of an 18. Whoever it is will take over here in the top of the 8th inning. Bell's leading 3-0. 4-inning start for Peyton Stumbo. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, 5 walks for him, and 4 strikeouts. Conor Wilson pitched the next 3 innings without a run allowed. 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for him in that outing. Payson Sweeney does take over here in the 8th. Sweeney has made 1 appearance for the Pippins so far this season. Allowed 1 run on 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks for him, for a total of a 9.00 ERA. He will face 4, 5, and 6. Cole Hinkleman leads things off here in the top of the 8th inning. Led off the top of the 2nd with a solo home run to start the scoring in this game. Gave the Bells a 1-0 lead, and later in that inning they would add 2 more to make it 3-0. The only inning in which the Bells or either team has scored, as the Pippins are scoreless through 7, a combined shutout so far between 3 Bells pitchers on just 2 hits for the Pippins. First pitch misses just off the outside corner to Hinkleman, and it's 1-0 from Payson Sweeney. The 1-0 pitch, same location, and called a strike this time. I was fully expecting Jordan Smart to not give Payson Sweeney that pitch. So 1 ball and 1 strike for Hinkleman, the pitch. They go back to it, and they get the call again, 1-2 for the left-handed Hinkleman. Last night the Pippins had 4 hits. It was just the 2nd time this season they were held to less than 5 hits. They have 2 so far through 7 innings. Sweeney tries to go back to the outside corner, but misses a further outside, and it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. They go back to it. Hinkleman leans in and takes strike 3 for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th.
The catcher, number 17, Charlie Sand.
Pippins have been held to 4 hits twice this season. The latest one, of course, last night. The first pitch fouled off by Charlie Somm, and it's 0-1. So 2 hits tonight. If it stays that way, as the Pippins of course hope it does not, would be the lowest mark of the season for them. The 0-1 taken just below the knees for a ball, and it's 1-1 to Sam. Sam 0 for 2 tonight, couple of flyouts and a walk for him in this one. Walked in the top of the third inning, but was stranded after the strikeout to Bronson Rivera. Takes another one at the knees, this one called a strike, and it's 1-2. Last night's 3-2 game seemed to breeze by a little bit. Lasted about 2.5 hours. This one almost at the 2-hour, 30-minute mark. Timeout called at the plate as Payson Sweeney delivers a strike on the inside corner. Sam stayed in the box, actually moved a little bit closer to home plate. Lucky not to get hit on the pitch that didn't count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sweeney through the windup, the pitch. Inside and misses for a ball. That one just a little bit further inside than the no pitch out of the hand of Sweeney. Sam will be a freshman at Stanford University. Hinkleman, who just struck out looking, will be a sophomore next year. Here's the 2-2. They go to the outside corner. Taken. Strike 3 by Charlie Sam, who shakes his head, doesn't think so, and has some parting words for Jordan Smart. But 2 strikeouts to start the outing for Payson Sweeney, and here's Bronson Rivera, who's 0 for 3. Actually a pinch hitter for the Bellingham Bells. Looks like it's Yugo Hamakawa who will bat for Rivera. Bails Rivera out from having to wear the golden sombrero here tonight. Takes the first pitch on the outside and called a ball, does Hamakawa. Here's the 1-0. Lined into right field. Fernandez giving chase. It will bounce out in front of him, and it's a 2-out base hit for Yugo Hamakawa. That will bring A.J. Davis to the plate. 2 for 2 tonight. Couple of base hits and a walk for him. Had a 2-out base hit that started the continued offensive production in the top of the second for the Bells, followed by the walk by Malachi Knight and the 2-run double by Emilio Corona to give the Bells a 3-0 lead. Hamakawa on first base. The first pitch taken for a called strike by A.J. Davis. Sweeney with a long look over at first. Now comes set, still with his eyes locked on first base. Now looks up at the plate. The 0-1 taken low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Hamakawa with 3 stolen bases on the year. Leads off of first with 2 outs. Sweeney comes set. The 1-1 behind Davis, taken for a ball. It goes untouched to the backstop. Blake Dickman will head back and pick it up as Hamakawa moves to second on the wild pitch. Pitch was well behind A.J. Davis. So 2 balls and 1 strike for the second baseman. Played third base last night for the Bells. Hamakawa started at second last night for Bellingham. Comes into this game. Probably will play second as Davis might slide back over to third. Here's the 2-1. Inside on the hand. Soft grounder to shortstop Chaz Meyer. Scoops it up with the glove. Throws it across in time. And A.J. Davis grounds out for the 3rd out here in the top of the 8th. Payson Sweeney allows a base hit with 2 outs. But 2 strikeouts and the ground out gets him out of the inning without a run. We head into the bottom of the 8th. Pippins still looking for their first run as they trail 3-0. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Les Schwab Tires. Proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 8th inning. Ryan Bytel comes on to pitch the 8th for the Bellingham Bells. 4th pitcher of the game for Bellingham as they try to continue to keep Yakima Valley off the scoreboard. 3 runs for the Bells in the top of the 2nd inning. Those are the only runs that have been scored in this game. Pippins with just 2 hits through 7 innings so far. Pippins with 2 hits. They have walked 7 times and have been hit twice as well by my count. The first pitch to Spencer Marenko taken high and inside for a ball. 6, 7, and 8 to lead things off for Yakima. Spencer Marenko, Chase Graves, and Austin Plante here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 1-0 to Spencer. Taken just low and away, and it's 2-0. Yugo Hamakawa does come in to play second base. I believe it's A.J. Davis who moves to third after Hamakawa pinch hit in the top of the 8th, or at least as far as I know, pinch hit. 2-0 pitch up high, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. The first batter for Ryan Bytel, and he delivers a strike. It's 3-1. So here's the 3-1 to Spencer Marenko. That one misses low and away, and Marenko walks for the 2nd time tonight to lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. First batter faced by Bytel, and the first batter walked. Every pitcher used by the Bellingham Bells has issued a walk so far. 2 by starter Eric Chavarria, who lasted 3 innings. 4 issued by Justin Tucker, and 1 by James Spickelmeyer in his 1 1/3 innings pitched. Here's Chase Graves on the outside corner for a called strike. Graves walked in his last plate appearance in the bottom of the 6th inning. Him and Spencer Marenko were left stranded as the Pippins left 2 on base in that inning. Pippins left the bases loaded in the 7th. Here's the 0-1 to Graves. That one taken down low, and it's 1-1. Austin Plante, the big bat on deck. Here's the 1-1. Hard hit grounder to the third baseman. A.J. Davis throws to second, then to first, and Chase Graves grounds into a double play. Close play at first, but Graves out by half a step. A.J. Davis makes the throw from third. Play that Bronson Rivera was unable to turn earlier in the game, so the substitution that brings Hamakawa into the game at second moves Davis over to third and allows the Bells to turn the double play, erasing the leadoff walk by Spencer Marenko, and Austin Plante steps to the plate. First pitch to Plante, taken for a ball. Plante 0 for 2 tonight. A walk back in the bottom of the 2nd inning, 2 strikeouts after that. Here's the 1-0. Lines one right at the first baseman, Luis Aviles, and Austin Plante. Another well-hit ball. This one right at the first baseman. Had himself a base hit if not for Aviles standing right near the line for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down despite the leadoff walk for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th. The Bells look to add to their lead one final time. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Stay connected and let Perry Technical Institute provide you with essential skills to take your career to the next level. Perry Tech offers 14 specialized programs, from instrumentation and industrial automation to medical technologies, agricultural and diesel equipment technology, and professional truck driving. In as little as 5 weeks, you could be on your way to a new rewarding career. Call Perry Technical Institute today at 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
What has not traveling this last year really cost us? How about our peace of mind? It's time for a change of pace. Time to put aside the stress of the last year and get a new perspective with Fly YKM. Take back the time you lost and save time for what really matters. It's time for Fly YKM. Fly faster. Fly safer. Visit flyykm.com and connect to over 88 cities today.
Welcome back for the top of the 9th inning. 8-9-1 will lead things off for the Bellingham Bells. Payson Sweeney back out for a second inning of work to try to keep the Bells score where it is, up 3-0. Malachi Knight takes the first pitch low and away for a ball. 2 strikeouts to start the outing for Sweeney in the top of the 8th before allowing a 2-out base hit to Yugo Hamakawa. Moved to second on a wild pitch, but then A.J. Davis grounded out to end the 8th. Malachi Knight takes a strike, and it's 1-1. Knight 0 for 2, couple of flyouts as well as a walk. Takes the 1-1 low and away, and it's 2-1. For the Pippins, when we get to the 9th inning, 9-1-2, Alex Fernandez' spot, followed by Chaz Myers and Mason Marenko. Here's the 2-1. That pitch up high. Count is even. Or no, count is 3-1 for Malachi Knight. The pitch from Sweeney. That misses low and away. Walks Malachi Knight on 5 pitches to start the top of the 9th. The Pippins would like to get Sweeney through this 9th inning without any issues, without letting it drag too long. Get the Pippins back in the dugout. Give them an opportunity to finish off this game. A couple of players standing around in the bullpen. Not sure if they're already warm or waiting for the signal to get warm. Here's Emilio Corona. Corona 1 for 2. 2-run double in the second. Gave the Bells their second and third runs of the game. Reached on an error in the 4th that flies one into right field. Alex Fernandez underneath it and will make the catch for the first out. So we head to the top of the order. Daniel Jernin with a runner on first base and 1 out in the top of the 9th. Jernin 0 for 4 tonight. Has not been able to reach base. A couple of line outs, a fly out and a ground out for Jernin. Center fielder tonight, as he was last night. Hits at the top of the order. Malachi Knight on first base. Knight with 2 stolen bases so far this season. Third baseman Mason Marenko playing just in front of the third base bag. Lajoie holding on Knight at first. The first pitch high and inside for a ball to Jernin. Middle infielders at double play depth. Outfield playing Jernin straight up. Sweeney comes set. Here's the 1-0. Inside and swung at and missed by Jernin. It's 1-1. Sweeney looks over to first, and now comes Sad. 1 ball, 1 count, and 1 out with a 1 runner on here in the top of the 9th. Sweeney delivers. Inside corner, called strike. So it's 1-2 for Daniel Jernin. Pippins and Bells conclude this series tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. If things remain how they are, the Pippins will be looking to lock up the series win tomorrow night. Here's the 1-2. That one, a slider that breaks out of the zone. It's 2-2. Pippins have Monday off and then welcome in the Highline Bears for 3 non-league games Tuesday through Thursday. All 3 of those games will start at 6:35 p.m. Kicked off by a Toyota Tuesday family night out on Tuesday night. First 50 kids through the gate get a souvenir baseball co-branded by Toyota and the Yakima Valley Pippins. And the first 100 kids receive a coupon for a free hot dog at the concession stand. A 2-2 taken low and away, and it's a full count for Daniel Jernin. Wednesday, of course, is another baseball bingo winning Wednesday, and Thursday is Thirsty Thursday with discounts on drinks through the 7th inning. Here's the 3-2. Inside, and Jordan Smart says it missed off the plate. So Daniel Jernin walks with a full count, and now runners on first and second with 1 out for Ty Saunders. Saunders bats from the left side. Runners on first and second and 1 out. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. That one a little further off the plate than the one that allowed Jernin to walk. Didn't necessarily look like a bad pitch. Saunders 1 for 2. A double and 2 walks for him, as well as a strikeout in his first at-bat. Takes a pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Bells, who have slowed the pace of this game down whenever they get runners on base, stepping out, looking down for signs. Here's the 1-1 from Sweeney. That one on the inside corner, called a strike on a pitch that appeared to be a tad low. So runners on first and second, 1 out. Lajoie playing behind the runner at first, but almost directly on the first base line. The third baseman, Mason Marenko, behind the third base bag. Middle infielders playing at double play depth with Chaz Myers near the second base bag at shortstop. The 1-2 swung on and missed by Ty Saunders, his second strikeout of the night. And that's the second out here in the top of the 9th. Luis Aviles will step to the plate. 2 runners on and 2 outs as the Bells look to add to their 3-0 lead. Scored all 3 in that top of the second inning on the home run and stringing together a basehead walk and a 2-run double. Outside of that, not much offense strung together by either team throughout this game. Luis Aviles takes the first pitch for a called strike. It's 0-1. Payson Sweeney got through the first inning despite allowing a 2-out base hit without a run. Here in the 9th, walked the first batter, Malachi Knight. Got Emilio Corona to fly out to right and then walk Daniel Jernin before striking out Ty Saunders. Here's the 0-1 inside and just a bit too far inside. It's 1-1. Be interesting to see whether the Pippins let Alex Fernandez lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. Fernandez, younger guy, but has played well tonight. He's shown a good eye. He's had a full count in each of his 3 at-bats, a strikeout in the first one, but 2 walks after that. This one hit hard to center. Chase Graves racing back now, pulls up right in front of the warning track and makes the catch on the line drive by Luis Aviles. So 2 runners aboard and an exciting third out for Payson Sweeney, but the Bells are not able to add to their lead. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Pippins, who trail by 3. We'll be right back. You're tuned into Pippins Baseball on the Pippins Broadcast Network.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
And checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
The cloud of uncertainty!
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be gone, Cloud!
Oh! Wait!
Built for action, built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
Ooh. And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Wow!
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the ice dome.
Leading off the bottom of the ninth for the Pippins, the right fielder, number 1, Alex Fernandez.
Welcome back for the bottom of the ninth inning. Alex Fernandez will lead things off for the Pippins. Third baseman A.J. Davis playing in on the grass. Fernandez has shown a willingness to try to lay a bunt down, has not done so successfully yet. Tried one earlier tonight, fouled off the bunt. Went on to walk in that game, takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That one on the outside corner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike for Fernandez. Strikeout and 2 walks for him so far here tonight. Here's the 1-1. Fernandez lets that one go. And not happy with that call, shaking his head, but if he's not happy with that one, he will not like the next close pitch after that display from Fernandez. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bytel steps off. Didn't feel right coming set that time. Saw him behind the plate. Same pitch. Just needed a second. So 1 ball and 2 strikes still. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, backdoor. Fernandez knew it. Looked outside out of the hand, and it was, but broke over the plate, and Fernandez takes strike 3. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks for him on the night. Leads off the bottom of the ninth with a strikeout. Here's Chaz Myers. 0 for 3 tonight. Walked in his first at-bat to start the bottom of the first inning. Also reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base in the 5th. Outside of that, a strikeout and a flyout for him. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard, lifted to center. Daniel Jernin underneath the fly ball in center field and makes the catch for out number 2. A number of hard hit balls by Myers, but just hit them up high and they didn't travel far enough. And so Mason Marenko will bat. Bytel in his 7th appearance of the season for the Bellingham Bells. Has a 1-1 record. Does not have a save thus far. 1 out away from his first 6-out save of the season. Mason Marenko takes a pitch down low for a ball. The Bells answering Landon Shire's 6-out save last night by sending Bytel out for 1 tonight. Here's the 1-0. That one on the inside corner taken for a strike on the breaking ball. Front door this time against the right-handed Mason Marenko. Bytel working out of the stretch with nobody on. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, and the Pippins down to their last strike here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mason Marenko, who has a base hit in his last at-bat in the bottom of the 7th, as the Pippins ended up loading the bases with 1 out before 2 strikeouts ended that inning. Here's the 1-2. That one misses way outside, and it's 2-2. Marenko has one of the only 2 hits on the night for the Pippins. Looking to make it a third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marenko looks like he's got something in his eye. Pippins trail 3-0 to the Bellingham Bells in Game 2 of this series at home. The Pippins took 2 out of 3 in Bellingham in June. The 2-2 fouled off on the first base side by Mason Marenko, and the count remains 2-2. The Pippins lost Game 1 in Bellingham on June 8th before winning the next 2 against the Bells. Started a 12-game win streak for the Pippins way back when. Here's the 2-2 again. Bouncer, third base side, shortstop in the hole, Ty Saunders, who has a long way to throw and doesn't get there in time, so Luis Aviles comes off the bag to make sure it doesn't get past him. Mason Marenko on with his 2nd hit of the night and just the 3rd hit for the Pippins as he tries to start a 2-out rally. That one fielded deep in the 5-6 hole by Ty Saunders. Fielded it on the outfield grass out at shortstop. And Blake Dickman will step to the plate. He reached in his last plate appearance after getting hit by the pitch to load the bases with 1 out in the bottom of that 7th inning. Here's the first pitch from Bytel, just off the outside corner, called a ball. And it's 1-0. Pippins trail 3-0 here in the bottom of the 9th. Mason Marenko with a 2-out base hit. Blake Dickman at the plate. The 1-0 fouled sharply at the netting above the Bells dugout, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Dickman had the game-winning home run Monday night in Walla Walla. Can't tie the game up here with 1 swing of the bat for him, but he can keep the opportunity alive for the Pippins. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, looked good out of the hand, but drops out, and he lets it go, 2-1. He's been a little eager throughout tonight, chasing pitches like that. Lays off that one, that's a good sign. 2 balls and 1 strike for Blake Dickman. Quick check over to first by Bytel. Comes set, hands just above the belt. The 2-1. Takes that one, and that one stays at the knees, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes for Blake Dickman. Getting the start behind the plate tonight's 4th start at catcher for the Pippins. Has DH'd, played first, and played right field as well for Yakima Valley. Splitting time behind the plate with Sam Olson right now. Here's the 2-2 from Bytel. Swung on and popped up out of play first base side. On deck is Noah Williamson, who doesn't have a hit tonight, has reached twice on a walk and a hit by pitch, but as we've seen plenty of times before, sometimes it just takes 1 for Noah Williamson, but they've got to get him to the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Dickman. The pitch. Grounded up the middle. Ty Saunders to it, flips to second just in time. Mason Marenko put out on the force out, and the Bellingham Bells walk away with the victory 3-0 here in game number 2. They tie the series up. The rubber match tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. Peyton Stumbo started the game for the Pippins, gave up 3 runs in 4 innings of work. All 3 runs for the Bells came in the top of the 2nd inning. On the solo home run by Cole Hinkleman. 2 outs later, a base hit by A.J. Davis, a walk to Malachi Knight, and Emilio Corona with a 2-run double. After Stumbo, Conor Wilson throws 3 innings of relief. Gives up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And Payson Sweeney pitches the final 2 innings. He strikes out 3 and walks 2, allowing no runs and 1 hit to the Bells. Eric Chavarria goes 3 innings for the Bells, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He gives way to Justin Tucker in the 4th, who will be credited with the win as Chavarria didn't go deep enough into the game. Tucker let 2 2/3 innings pitched, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, no runs for him. James Spickelmeyer and Ryan Beitel also join in on the effort to combine for the shutout against the Pippins, the first time the Pippins are without a run this season. They look to come back in a big way tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. to round out the series before the off day Monday. I've been Chris Rosado Jr. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast. We hope to see you tomorrow night as well.